It's a weird rock. I don't know why they always have the weird ones. They move weird. If it looks weird, they like it. Just getting back, 'cause it's amazing, you guys. I just realized they got all my child support. I had like a manila envelope, right, with like 10 years worth of document, like stuff where I paid and my checkbook, all that information's in there. They took that too, so I just had to cancel my my bank account, and I'll have to go down tomorrow and get a new check card, new checks, redo all my automatic payments, things like that. I'm at this amazing part of the road. I came way up today. The one thing I forgot was like a sweatshirt, because it's actually one of the most beautiful days I've ever been in my entire life. I'm not even going to say of the summer. I'm going to say ever. It's got to be 69. There's not a cloud in the sky hardly. There's one over there. It's absolutely beautiful. But I'm up here. I'm at like, I don't even know what I'm at, 10,000, something like that. Whenever I see these balls, that's why I walked over here. They interest me. This ball is 100 feet from where those... Remember I was doing that video when those Sasquatch filled in the footprints with the snow? Well, that's up there. And that's where we're going. Give me a second. So I'll tell you, it sure is nice to be back in the Colorado forests. I gotta be honest with you, there's just nothing that compares, in my opinion, with these guys and these places. And why is that, do you think? Do you think it's because it's remote? And because it's so vast? And the trees are just right? I mean, what is the reason why it's so special up here? Some guy's like, Mark thinks his Bigfoots are special. It's like, you know what? I kind of do. Like, in a sense. They're not my Bigfoots, first of all. They're not Bigfoot, second of all. And third of all, even though I don't do all balls usually, oh, here we go. I said, please give me a good day. Look, this is where they eat the pine cones, guys. So I came right back to where the footprints were. You could see the disturbances. See how they do these holes, but there's nothing there? Look, the hole ends right there. It's so weird. See, people are like, they see the squirrels. I'm like, no. They just have these holes, and they sit there. Look how much. And it's completely decorated. It's amazing. I'm up here, you guys. I do have all my survival stuff except a sweatshirt or like a jacket. They dumped everything out. So here's the middle of the pine cone eating, and there's nothing being eaten in the middle. It's all on the outside, and over here is where they did the footprints. So I was way up in there. They were on this side of the bushes, always on the other side. That part's always common sense. And right here there was a pile of snow left, and I think they stepped out or whatever happened, and then they threw dirt in it. It's the most bizarre thing. I didn't even think about it until I got home, and I'm like, why didn't they just take the snow and go like this? But they actually delicately took handfuls of dirt and then filled in the prints. Can't explain it. Could have been a panic situation, could have been, maybe some of them don't think that clearly in that type of situation. Like, they don't know what to do. I don't know why they would have done it though. Oh, I got noises. So what I'm going to do, I know this is going to get good. It's so good to be back in the good structures. It really, really is, you guys. Look at the top of that where no one can see except them. It's all decorated. At very least today, we're going to get some timestamps for sure. Hear that? Did you hear that? He went. Did you hear that? I think it's on camera. Faintly. They love to have that. The twist. See that? So I've been in here, just right here. There's the most amazing structures right up in there. Tridents, incredible connected forest structures. I can't tell you the name of the video because I don't know. It was like a month ago or two. And I knew right away. I'm like, I gotta go up here. This is, you could walk forever that way. Forever. When I say forever, it means you'll die before you get to the end. So technically it is forever. Where's that incredible structure? You know, it's amazing even here that you can't see their connected amazing structures over there. Give me a second, let me walk through here. Let's find something cool today, and let's have something cool happen today. All of a sudden I got birds around me, that's a good sign. I'm seeing some kind of a walkway again with all their, they do that like crazy up here on their walkways. They always go left to right, completely against gravity. And I'm seeing something crazy right here. Look how this is all connected. You know, I'll tell you, when I do this, it's not like, this doesn't get boring for me. Every time I find a new place or explore, this is kind of new, even though I knew there would be something up here based on below, especially the footprints, and they were whistling at me when I was in there. From the pine cones I showed you, I was like right there. They didn't whistle at me, they whistled because they figured I was coming closer, and that's when they did something with the footprints. They had 2 perfect footprints there. I'm so mad I wasn't able to see them. I don't know how they reason, you know. Seeing this stuff in Colorado, you don't have to worry about poison ivy. What is going on here? I've already gotten 5 or 6 whistles since I've been here. One went. I'm not even kidding. They tell me kind of which way to go and stuff. It's not, for them, it's not about trying to see them. For them, they're very proud, you know, of this stuff. It's not, you know, don't think like them, because you can't. You know, like, they're very simply, for such a complex being, wow. Look at that across the field. Does that tell me to keep going or what? Look at that. I know I put emphasis, but I can't help it. Look at that. That's a trident and a half. That might be the coolest trident ever, which means I'm in the coolest place ever. Let's go through the transition. I'm out for the duration today. I don't think I got weather. I don't have any jackets here. Here's your bone. Someone was saying to me today, like, when you find the bones on the perches, those are the ones that you don't want to be near. He was talking about Virginia. I tend to agree in a sense. Like, it's not a bad indication that maybe, you know, maybe you're dealing with one of the other kinds when you see a bone like that, and it's just placed there as a decoration. But I don't believe that's the case here. It's just the others. They're the ones that eat. And they bury it all, guys. That bone, they always keep one. There's never more than one. It's always like one for like a decoration, or to chew on, or for whatever. Could be a pacifier for a kid. You know, who knows? Like, just like, shut up. Here, chew on this. You know, who knows? All right, let's go through this beautiful greenness and see what happens. You guys, this is so blatant. There's one there, and there's another one behind it. And I can't see straight, but both left and right. I can't show you right, but it's because it's way up that hill. Look outstanding. I'm following this trail right to the field, and it goes right to the Trident. Of course, base of the Trident, things are pushed over. Come on, you guys, give me a whistle like off camera. I'm like, no camera, guys, give me a whistle. I was like, oh my God. I turned the camera. Always look trees above structures. All right, working my way. Finding some pretty cool in between big structures. Not what I'm looking for though. Here, I got structures, I got a spot, I got all the dirt, right? There's been no dirt at all. I've been following like through really tall grass actually. And I get to one of their spots, right? But I was gonna say, I'm not seeing a whole lot except that it looks like they're around here. Then, when I turn the clip on, watch this, you guys. I don't think a person's ever been here. I always say that, but this is legit, you guys. My hairs are standing up on end. Look at this. Look at the ground. You can't let your brain be affected. You gotta see the dirt. You guys, this is just supposed to look like that. Okay, and I have to use my tone like that or you won't get it. Look, I want to annoy you. So like, that's annoying. Well, at least you heard it. Look at this. Look at the perch and how disturbed it is. Wow, he's using this. He looks like he's using this to do that. But there's definitely major disturbances here. It's them 100%. I mean, it looks like something's just been chilling right there. Look at the berm. Like, this is a giant berm right here. What a spot. Total Sasquatch. That's all I know. This is, God, he looks like he's here by himself. You see how safe he is? Like, I was way down there with no visibility, whistling, and he was literally just right here. You see how, now I'm gonna walk on it. You see how you do that, nothing happens? It's them, you guys. I've tried to make it look like a person's there. You get up and it just looks like it's disturbed. I don't know why I'm explaining it to people that already know. Maybe there's one other person. Look at this bend. Not only is this bend amazing, you guys look. It comes down, right? It's cracking because of the pressure, like a lot of times they do that. Sometimes, once in a while, they fail and it'll actually break when they're trying to do it. I've seen that. And then they did another one next to it. They don't like it if it breaks. Look how that goes straight into the ground. Here's a spot where a person has never been before. You could never be here. It's just too vast. There's too many. There's a billion other places if you went off trail. And the only way I found this particular spot was to follow their signs and their trails. One trail through the grass. Look at this. That's completely in the ground, you guys. It's stuck in there so hard. If I pull it out, it'll whip. Look at that. Hold on, I don't want to do it. It was about to whip me right in the face. That's how spring-loaded that is. That's amazing. What about that perch? That perch. You guys, I never get used to this. I really don't. I gain some knowledge and learn some stuff, but I'll ever get used to finding a new one. I can go back to the old ones and I'm still excited, but the new, like another new confirmation like that, there's nothing quite like it. And being that it's right there, all by itself in this crazy spot, like on the side of the mountain, when I say crazy, like it's all dirt with a bend like that, that was to me worth the whole day today, just to see that. Now, anything else that happens, which is going to be a lot, is all gravy for me. Just me personally. Like, that might not make everyone on Patreon happy, but that's a great start for the day. Let me walk you a little bit. I know he's watching me. There is no doubt about it. When you have an isolated spot, like I'm in the middle of a giant world, but that's off all by itself. I haven't even got to where, I want to get to where it's all dirt, flat structures. I know it's up here. This could be it here. I don't know it is, but I'm almost sure, based on the language on the bottom. Not just because it had structures, but certain structures. That's what some of the tricks I don't tell you. I tell you almost everything, but I can tell you by reading certain structures and the way they're made what will be in the woods almost every time. Whether there's a Bigfoot world, whether there's not, how cool is it going to be? A lot of times you want to check anyway because, you could be wrong. Like there's times where I'm shocked at how good it actually gets. Or I thought I was reading the structures and I was like, I know it's good, but I got to get a video. Here we go. There's got to be a freaking 1,000 of them in here. How can not? That's why I tell you, in the bigger worlds, it seems like you get less stuff, like less personalized. Ooh, look at that structure. Because there's so many. That's why I feel like the rules are tougher, because you can't just have 100 different ones, making noise at will. You know, do you guys understand their side? The best that we can. It's top national security when it comes to humans, because of the damage that I could potentially bring to this area. I could call the National Guard, I could call the police, I could call the army right now and say, listen, there is creatures in this forest and I can prove it to you in about 2 seconds. Anybody in the world. Do you get it? So the biggest skeptic, which I wouldn't do, but any skeptic in the world, all he'd have to do was be with me for 1 hour. And he would change, his entire life would change when I sent him home. Everything, his entire thinking about himself, and everything he does would change. Anybody. All connected. See, back to the connected forest again. I love the connected. I love to film. Let's go back down to where the interactions were, where I was getting all kinds of whistles. I even got what did I get? Something, it was almost like that, except not as good. Then the little birds came in, and were all around me, following me tree to tree, and then they just stopped. Look at that structure up there, you guys. You can't really see it, but it's amazing. It's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just looking in the distance. Here comes a plane. Listen for sounds. I get a lot of noises when I get planes. It's got to go right above me, though. I know that from audios in Bigfoot Universe back in the beginning. Every time the plane went over, you'd start to hear noises. Because they knew the audio was there, you'd start to hear noises like in the forest. Look at this world. It's amazing. See, when you see the mass amounts of them, there's no way these are all Sasquatch. These are the mass amounts of the others. And then you get the Sasquatch like in the middle. I think the Sasquatch are the leaders. They're the ones that they'll claim that they're not. Everybody's saying, but it's not. I figured that out because a Bigfoot told me once, no leader, and I said, there's got to be. He's like, well, they do have clan leaders, but it's just to appease the women. The women want a leader. I was like, what? But so I think I didn't understand at first, but I think I do now. I think what it is that. Oh, I got to perch it directly. Wait till you see this, okay? What I think it is what he means is, all Sasquatch same means, just like us, right? All people equal, right? At least it's supposed to be that way. There's people that don't think that, which is just another mind blower to me. How you could be one color and think you're better than someone else because you're white or whatever your color is. My brain, I just want to grab you by your throat and have a little conversation with you. I mean, are you that dumb and that ignorant that you think you're better if you're a certain color? I mean, I don't get it. So what I'm trying to say is they probably, have leaders. And they're saying, the leader, like Donald Trump, in God's eyes, is no more important than a homeless guy in the street. You're all humans. So that's the way I'm starting to look at it. There's absolutely is there hierarchies. There's no doubt about it. But he just means they're equal. They're everyone's same. It doesn't mean someone doesn't have a better job than someone else. Look at that. I love this. Thank you, God. Remember, I vlog, I talk. Don't like it? I'm sorry. Look at this. First of all, the trail walks right in, you guys. Look how it's all connected. It's all their structures, right? It's very shady. It always is in these areas for some reason. And then boom. Boom. Sasquatch. I'll tell you, they make sure they don't make footprints most of the time. I get them a lot in there, actually. I like your seat. If you don't like me standing in it, you can make a noise and I'll leave, okay? Should get a little work. Turn the camera off before, boom, again. Turn the camera on, nothing. Turn the camera off, boom. Turn the camera on, nothing. Turn the camera off, boom. It was just like ridiculous. I did tell them no camera every time, but they can see somehow beyond just peeking around a tree, invisible. There's some other way. like a remote view or something. I used to think it had to be through, look at that. I used to think it had to be through your eyes, but I think they can actually just remote view you like you were on TV or something. Look at this place. There's some orange paint right there. So it looks like it's from like 30, 40 years ago. Right there. Because, you know, it's not too out of the question, because up there, basically I walked up 2 miles and I hit the corner of the next turn, which is there. I thought I was much further to the right. So to get past that, I just need to go, like, that's like going this way, I'm past the road. And that's what goes really far. So there's a road not too far. It's just a dirt road that nobody goes down. Well, I shouldn't say nobody, but not a lot of people. Look at this, look how clean, perch there. I want to see them in here. You guys, if I did nothing else, if I could film them on these seats, just in their natural environment, not worried about me, it would be my dream come true. Is to film them in their natural environment, just doing their thing, not, you know, like what they would do normally. How interesting would that be? That is my goal, believe it or not. I know I don't talk about it much. I just want them. I want them to let me in, and just pretend like I'm not here. Just let me be here with you guys, please. How do you guys do it? Please tell me. I was trying to get something off camera, going nothing. Like typical, though, when I'm standing in their seats. You would think it would make them go crazy. It doesn't. Look at the TV going straight up the steepest hill. Look at that. X's. I mean, how? The only reason I think people don't understand is because they're just not watching. Like, you have to be, you might be one of the dumbest people in the world if you watch that enough times. And I'm not trying to be harsh or mean, I'm in a great mood. But you might be that stupid. Like, seriously, like, check yourself. It doesn't mean you didn't get an A on your math class in 8th grade, but we're talking about, you know, you think you know everything when you know nothing. I'm trying to help you. Idiots. I'm talking to a lot of researchers, too. A lot. Not a clue. They won't listen to other people. They only go by their experience in their tiny little spot somewhere, you know, where they do the same video every time. It just doesn't pan out. You don't learn anything going to the same place every time. You gotta go other places. That's how you learn, because that's how it becomes factual. You know, you can repeat something in the same place and you can kind of get it factual, but you know, when you see it 1,000 other places, that's when it becomes real. You know, when it's just blatant, you know, like this. Like this. Look at the ground. This is the edge, right? So you go right to there, and then it becomes that green, all that green, and that field that I walked up where that Trident is. You make me feel so good. We're out. I got footprints everywhere in here. Like, really good footprints. Here, hold on, let me see if you can see this. Let me try to get, like, the sun a little bit. Really good footprints. I can't tell if you can see it in the screen. Get off of me, you bad fly. Look at this. Remember, there's always dirt, nothing but dirt and footprints. That's amazing. X's everywhere. There has got to be. I remember finding a place, I call it the land of the 100 X's or something like that. Or it's that now, I look back, that was like last year or the year before, I look back now and I'm like, oh my God. Like, that's nothing. I can do that anytime now. I can find 100 X's. Or 100 seats even. I have a place now that's 200 seats. 200 seats back to back. How do you explain that when there's never more than 2 or 3 deer here together ever? Ever. There's no herds of deer in the high elevations. It's always 1 to 3, the most. Always. I don't know if they get killed or what. No herds up here. Elk, yes, not. You know, I don't think you'll see a herd of elk up here, this high up. It's just not. It's not worth the effort for them. This giant structure. Everything connected. Just a little, I'm doing to you guys this, so sorry if this video wasn't too exciting. It was for me. But I came up here not even to do this. I'm doing some other personal stuff up here I do. I can't tell you right now because then it won't work. No cameras, no audio, no pack, nothing. I have a friend up here who I talk to a lot. And I just know not to trick him ever. And I never ever will. Even if it meant quitting Bigfoot, I would just not, it's my own personal thing with him, and that's the way it'll stay forever. That's how I get to these places. How I know. I've had some really good help in the beginning. Perch right there. I said, please let me film you, just sitting on your seat, They get in too much trouble. Like, he'll get in trouble. Dude, everyone has rules. Alright, so I could keep filming this. I did my thing first. I think that was him. Because I go to my guy, I have my little thing I do. And, up here, and I brought my stuff because I knew I'd film somewhere at some point. And then I was like, I gotta go into that. I knew this morning I might go into here if I had time. And then so something was going on with him, and then for like an hour I was dealing with my one buddy, and then I don't even have a name for him because I can't think of one that's cool enough. I told him I'll give him a name for myself when the right one comes. I'm not naming him Bob or Jim. He needs a real name. The others. These are the others. There is an entire, you guys, we're talking 100, 200, 300 of them right here. Whatever they are. You can always go by the structures, the amount. They'll never put an overabundance of structures and destroy the ground and make it all dirt. It's all based on the numbers. You can always tell, like you can do a guesstimate of if it's a small, medium, or large clan. This is gigantic. Like, it's unbelievable. You guys, let me see if I can give you one. We'll do timestamps too. It's just real dark in here. I want you to see the ground too. All of that is one giant world. Every single thing you see, every stick, every piece of bark, every blade of grass, every single thing you see, I want to make this very clear, has been altered and touched by them. Okay? Everything. When you're inside their world, it's just like your house, you guys. So not everything inside the house is human? Is that what you're trying to tell me? It's just, I'm really, really tired of the simple, logical thinking. There's nothing logical about this, okay? Now remember, I'm not talking to you guys, okay? I'm talking to other people. I'm talking for you, to the idiot that doesn't believe you when you say, hey, look at I'm into Bigfoot. What do you think about Bigfoot? And the guy just looks at you like you're an idiot. I'm speaking for you, okay? And believe me, I'm about to get into some people's faces pretty soon. I'm not too opinionated on anything. Someone wrote me just today about Callie. Like, hey, Callie's, I don't think he's accurate with this Pilates, whatever his name is. He did a post. I'm like, I didn't even read the post. And I don't care because I care about Callie, but I don't care what sometimes Callie just loses his mind some days. He's just like, in a good way, he's just like, because he's passionate, about what he's doing. That's all. The only thing I get on people for is and I'll get right in your face. I don't care who you are, okay? I'll get right in your face when it comes to if you think they're apes and you're applying logic to the subject. I'm all over you. I'll get in a boxing ring with you on video, whatever you want to do. And guess who's going to lose that fight? Just take a guess. Over now. But you can't escape my love. I'm playing music in the background, right? Yes, it's Enrique Iglesias. It just came on. I have lots of songs, but it's a good song for them. Like, you can run, you can hide, but you can't escape my love. Because I always love these guys. I don't know why I love them so much. They love music. The thing is, I play the music that, you guys, I've been playing music for them for 5 years. You just don't hear it on the video. People are like, Mark, try this, try that, try this, try that. I'm like, done that 75 times, done this 45 times. You just don't see it on the video. The people think that the only thing I've ever done is what they've seen on the video. Come on, you guys, be a little bit intuitive. Of course, I'm most of what I do isn't on the video. Well, I know what music they like, and they're going to come in for the music. Certain ones like the music. I'm not even sure it's the Sasquatch. I think Sasquatch can listen to music whenever he wants, using remote view. But some of these other guys seem to really like it in their world. So it's playing behind me. Look at that. Seriously, look at that. Okay, and then really look at this. Trident. Not just a trident, but the trident that goes into an X at the top. This side of it goes into a notch with another one. Everything's connected. Look at that. Everything connected. Everything energy. It's such a beautiful day. I said earlier, I'm like, it's not the nicest day of the year, it's the nicest day ever in the history of the world. That's what today is for me, anyway. No humidity. I ran up a mountain with barely breaking a sweat. The littlest tiny one, maybe, because I have a black shirt on. Look at the decorated stumps, you guys. I don't know how many times I can show the stumps decorated. And if one wasn't good enough, with all the structures I just showed you, right? That everything seems to go out of this spot. Look at the one below it. It's absolutely amazing. I'll go buy that on the way out of here. It's amazing. All right, over now. All right, so that 2 miles I walked up, right? It's the same descent. So I was in there in this valley, and it's all beautiful and green, and there's just that trident, and that was it. Just out in the middle of the field, there's a perfect, maybe one of the best tridents I've ever seen. And once I got to the top and cut over and I started diving, it's the same exact amount of distance down. This Bigfoot world is 2 miles long down a hill, up it, or up it, depending on which way you're going. I'm not kidding, that's why I'm showing you the ground. 2 miles long, without a break at all. I mean, it's never stops with the seats and the structures for 2 miles. And it's about, the crazy thing is, it is pretty wide too. It's like, I'm going to say a 1/4 mile wide by 2 miles long. And a perfect rectangle, like always. It's always a rectangle, not a square. It's a rectangle, the world. The main world is a rectangle, in my opinion, anyway. I know somewhere in here there's an amazing trident. That's amazing, you guys. So if this wasn't that exciting, I apologize. Today was just kind of a vlog. I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit. I wanted to see this new place. I'm really looking for more. I like finding, the 200. I think there's at least 300 actually in this place, seats. But I prefer to find more of a Bigfoot universe type, like the ceremonial type structure places, like Holy Cross Wilderness. I love that. It just keeps going. It might be more than 2 miles. It just keeps going and going and going. And so on and so on. Remember that commercial? It's like, and so on and so on. And she tells a friend, and she tells a friend, and so on. They put their pictures across the screen. And so on, and they're all talking, and so on and so on. Just a little vlog that, it wasn't too informative. It's just kind of me letting it out, and showing you this stuff at the same time. Nothing I've said too much today has any bearing, really on an educational thing. It's just so just mute it. If you don't want to hear me, just mute me. I'm totally cool with that. Like, I totally understand. How come you guys don't talk to me when I'm in the middle of this stuff yet? if I go 100 yards into the green stuff, then it's okay. Because is it because you don't want to confirm that this is the spot to be? Like, I know your seats are here. It's, you guys couldn't be any more blatant than you are here. I mean, seriously, it doesn't get any more blatant, really. Get off, man. Why, when I zoom, do I get eaten alive? So now I'm swapping the poison ivy for mosquito bites, which will end soon because it's already getting chilly at night. I had the heat on all night last night. It's absolutely beautiful during the day, and it's like 40 at night. I didn't even check the temperature, but it sure felt like it was 40. All right. Over and out. I don't know where that pile of dirt came from. I just kicked it over just to check it. It's the most fresh pile of dirt you could ever imagine. It's been wheelbarrowed here from somewhere else. There's no holes or anything. It's them. See? Smaller pile next to it. Because what it is they're taking dirt out of the ground. Whether they become orbs or whatever happens, they take that dirt out. And then they put it somewhere really far away from where that hole is. That bedrock is completely, not even as it just moved, it's completely gone. See, and that's why you know it's not bare, you guys. There is no rock from where that used to be, and that just got moved like yesterday. It's amazing to me. You guys, I'm gonna leave. Can you give me one more whistle? I was right in here doing a video. They were right over there. When there was still snow, right there. I'll try to put, if I put this clip in right here, which I might do just so I can put a picture in. I want to show you a window. Was it Michael? Was it you that found that one with the window and the trees? All right, so I made it back. So what I did was I walked 2 miles up that way, right? I went into this transition like grass like area. It was amazing. Saw that Trident and walked all the way to the top off camera, then cut across and came all the way down. Not too far away from where I actually walked up. And coming down it's a giant Bigfoot world, and here's the quad. And then it's amazing. I came out of there. I almost missed it because it's all the same. You cannot tell where you are at all. It's all the same. And it just keeps going and going. So I could actually be wrong that it was 2 miles long. It might even be longer than that. I just had a thought. I was thinking, like, I get my whistles on the outside. These guys put dirt in the snow instead of just messing up the snow. Like, dirt in the footprints in the snow while I was right there, instead of just going like this with the snow. Now, I know we're dealing with the other ones. Is their thought process not quite as intelligent as some of the other ones? And that is why I have the lack of interest, you know, like in communications, like when I'm in those perch areas. I seem to get them on the outside, probably where the Bigfoots were. I found the one Bigfoot spot. He's clearly set himself aside, right? You guys saw that. He set himself aside from that main 3 mile thing, 2 mile Bigfoot world. And you can just tell, you know, these are all his peeps. These are all his little ones that rely on him for whatever, you know, or his family and others like him. Where you guys at? So I wonder sometimes if that's if that's why, like, and kind of like a deer or an animal is you know, that lack of interest in wanting to be your friend, typically, unless you get a real special one. And typically, if they want to be your friend, it's because they think they're going to get food. I don't know. I hesitate. Like, I wonder, you know, is that why? You know, why I get so little. Let me try to zoom up that corridor, right where I just came from. That black clock. It was weird, you guys. Not one car all day, right? Except when I first pulled up, and I was going fast. There's no way a typical car could catch up to me going up this hill. going 30 miles an hour at the bumpiest hill. I pull in here, and then all of a sudden around that corner, really fast, comes this brand new black Cadillac Escalade, all tinted out. It slows down right here, looks at me, like it literally slowed, and then looked at me, and then continued on. You know, it's things like that. I'm not claiming anything, but it was a little bit strange, like almost like he was following me on the cell phone or something. I had my cell phone on because I was listening to music on the way up. It's the first time I ever did that. I had my earbuds in and I was cranking tunes. It actually made the ride up much more fun. Huh. See, you guys don't understand, like, it's not, see, with me, you know, it's not just a job because it's like, oh, I gotta go film a video, man, let me go up there, I'll do a couple structures, run back, I got a video. It's not like that. I can't turn the camera off. I don't want to leave here. You know what I mean? Like, now I have to go back. I don't want to go back. I'm actually not going back. I'm going to do some exploring. Oh, you know where I'm going to go real quick? On the way down, I'm going to go back to where the Bigfoot, I haven't been back there yet, to the Bigfoot stomping grounds. It was still kind of snowy and stuff. I want to go back and see what's happening around that spot and see if I can zoom over there again and get him. I'm going to try to duplicate that. It won't take me long. Just an extra little half an hour thing on the way home. I'm a little nervous going in there, man. That guy was right next to me and could just rip my head off, you know? You gotta be careful. They won't, but you know, if you really piss them off, you know, it depends who you're pissing off. Just like some people, you piss off the wrong person, they'll just shoot you right in the face. You know what I mean? So that's the kind of the way I look at it. Is like, listen, you know, it's not, we're not talking about, I said this to someone the other day. We always mention him, like Bigfoot, like it's one person, when there's literally probably a few 100 million of them. Over and out.